These problems are word problems where you kind of have to do more than one step. Let's take a look at this. What is the quotient? And that's when you divide. When the sum of 6 and 4, and sum means add, I'm just going to put some symbols in here to help me remember. The sum of 6 and 4 is divided by the difference of 6 and 4, and difference means subtraction. So we're going to take this number and divide it by this number. So what is the sum of 6 and 4? Well, that's when you add 6 and 4, so that's 10. And now we want to divide it by the difference of 6 and 4. Well, that's when you subtract 4 from 6. And that would be 2. 6 minus 4 equals 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. And that's our answer. So actually, the math wasn't that hard. It's just figuring out what it actually says. That's what the hard part is. All right, let's try another. It says, what is the difference between the product of 9 and 5 and the sum of 9 and 5? Okay, so difference means subtraction, product means multiplication, and sum means addition. When it says what is the difference between these two things, the product of 9 and 5 and the sum of 9 and 5, we want to figure out the product of 9 and 5 first, and figure out the sum of 9 and 5, and then subtract one from the other. Well, the product of 9 and 5 is just 9 times 5, and that is 45. The sum of 9 and 5 is 9 plus 5, and that is 14. The difference between the product and the sum is 45 minus 14, which equals 31. All right, one more of these. What is the difference, okay, so we're going to do some subtraction at the end, between the product of 3, 4, and 5 and the sum of 3, 4, and 5? So the product of 3, 4, and 5 versus the sum of 3, 4, and 5. Product is 3 times 4 times 5. And let's see, 4 times 5 is 20, times 3, that would be 60. And then the sum of 3, 4, and 5 is 3 plus 4 plus 5. And that should be 12. You can double check those on your calculator. Now we want the difference between this product and the sum. So we have 60 minus 12, and that is going to be 48. So those are some word problems that require more than one step.